Yusiyat Shema, we're going to start Masechtas Brachos. Me'emasai Keren Shema ba'arvin. From when can you learn Kriya Shema at night? Mishasha Kahanim Nechnasim Lechem B'Tumasim. From when Kahanim go into Truma? Until when can you learn daily Kriya Shema at Seif Hashmer Rishon? Until the end of the first Hashmer, the Rebbe Lezer. That's the rate of Rebbe Lezer. Chamer Imrat Chatzezer Cham hold to Chatzezer. Gamliel Leimachi Ad Lamad Shachar. Gamliel holds till the morning star goes up. Maisu Bonam Bonam Bo Bonam Beis Hamishte. His children came from a wedding. Amrullah, they told him like Kirina Shema, we didn't learn Kriya Shema. Amalahem, he told him Imla Yola Mudashach Chayavim Matim Likris. If it didn't go up, the morning, the light of dawn didn't yet rise, didn't yet go up, then you mechuyev to learn. But Lezu Bavad. Amru not dafka over here. The Chachamim Etzim hold that the mitzvah is the whole night. Elakam Macham Chachamim Chatzis Mitzvah, and really the mitzvah is actually Alam Mudashach. Kak the Chalav Meivarim, to be marked of the Chalav Meivarim, mitzvah and actually Alam Mudashachar. Chalam Chalam Liyamechad, anything that the eating for one day, mitzvah and actually Alam Mudashachar. In Cain, if that's the case, Lamar Mecham and Chatzis is why the Chachamim say to Chatzis Kedel Arch Gadam Min Avera, to distance a person from an Avera. Tana Heichi Koidik Tani Memes. And if Tana starts off with the Mishnah starts which says, when can you learn Kriya Shema b'nai? Who said there's a chiv b'chal to learn Kriya Shema b'nai? It's the first Mishnah in Shas. We don't have any prior knowledge in Mishnayos. So Zak the Gemara, and the Gemara has another question. Listen to the Shachas Bereisha. Why are we starting off with asking about when you mechuyev to learn Kriya Shema at night? We should have started and asked when you learn Kriya Shema of the day. So the Gemara answers, Tana akroi koyiv, diksiv b'shachcha uvkamecha, because it says when you get up, when you go to sleep, uvkamecha, when you get up. V'hachi kitani, and this is what we're saying. Ziman Kriya Shema d'shchiva emes. Once the pasuk says that there's a chiv Kriya Shema when you go to sleep, when you get up, and it first says when you go to sleep. So we're asking, when is this time that's mentioned in the pasuk of v'shachcha? When is this time? So we said, Mishasha Kahanim Nechasim Lechem, the time of shchiva is when Kahanim starts, when Kahanim go in to eat their truma. V'ibais ema, and if you want, I'll give you another reason why we started with night before day. Yelef me briyasa shalalim. We learn now from the creation of the world. Ksiv vayhi erev, and it was night. Vayhi vayker, and it was morning. Yom echad, and it was one day. So you see, it first says night, and then it says day. Ihachi, the Gemara asks, if that's the case, that the only reason why you're starting with night over day, the second teretz is because it says night first and then day. Sefer diktani b'shachar b'varach shtayim lefaneho v'achaz achreo. It says in further Mishnayos, it says about Berachos Kriya Shema. It says we make two brachas before it in the morning, and shtayim v'achaz achreo, and we only make one in the morning afterwards. We say v'yatziv afterwards. In the beginning we say Yetzer and Ahavarabba. Ube'erev v'varach shtayim lefaneho u'shtayim lachreho, and at night we'll do two brachas beforehand, and two after. We do Amar V'Arav and Ma'avaselam, and we do V'Amunu Kazayis Gal Yisrael and Hashkivenu. Listening to Arvis Bereisha. If you're telling me that the whole thing is that we always go V'Hiar V'Yiveka, like the creation of the world, and why are we starting off with night and not starting off with day? But this question is only a question based off the Ibay Sema, but on the first question, Taisa speaks out, and it would not, on the first teretz, it would not be a question, because the first teretz says the reason why we started with night first is exclusive to Kriya Shema itself, because it says Rishach V'Kamecha, so anything else we would start regular morning first. But if you're telling me that we're learning it out from the creation of the world, then even Berachos Kriya Shema should be the same case, that you should start first with night and then with day. So the Gemara answers, Tani Pazach Ba'arvis. We started Ba'arvis. Maybe we say Keren Shema Ba'arvis. V'hada Tani B'Shachris. And then we say, when is the time Kriya Shema Shachris? Adi Kay B'Shachris. Once we're already talking up to Shachris, because we first said when's the time for Ma'ariv at night, and when's the time for Kriya Shema at night, and then when's the time for Kriya Shema by day. So once we're up to that stage, we explain Parish Milu de Shachris. V'hada Parish Milu de Arvis. And then afterwards we explain the time of Arvis. So because we're already up to Kriya Shema Shachris, and we said when's the time for that, now we say, and how many brachas do you make in the mornings? And then once we finish saying how many brachas we make in the morning, we say how many brachas we make at night. It said in the Mishnah, the time that we lay in Kriya Shema is from when Kahanim are permitted to eat the truma. So for Zaktik Mar Mechti, let's see. Kahanim aim is ka'achli b'truma. When a kahanim eating truma, mishas says chavim. From when says kachavim, listening Mishas Teis Kavim. Why are we saying a time instead of saying a time of Teis Kavim? We're saying a when somebody else could do something else, and when is the time that that person could do something that is the same time that we could lay in Kriya Shema, and both these things are Teis Kavim. We should have just said straight out Teis Kavim, and it would have been much simpler and straightforward. So the Dr. Gemara Milsagab Orche Kamash Milan, we're coming to let you know something along the way. Kahanis Amos Ka'achli B'Truma Meshas Teis Kavim, that we're letting you know that that's when they eat the Kahanim Ki Truma V'Kamash Milan Kapar Leim Akve. That a kapara is not ma'akiv, that even though these kahanim tomorrow they're going to have to bring karbanis, they're permitted to eat truma already tonight. Because obviously we're asking, when can you say kriya shema at night? We say when kahanim could eat truma, that's obviously we're not referencing that they're not permitted to eat truma until after they bring their karbanis the next day, and they could only eat the next day when they bring their karbanis. That would mean you can only say kriya shema at night, when the next day. That obviously doesn't make sense. So we know it means at night. So then we know that it means Teis Kavim and Kapar Le Ma'akiv, and the being Ma'akiv the carbon is not Ma'akiv. And this is a standard that we'll see consistently in Mishnayos, that we say something a little differently, and we could have said something in more simple terms. Like we could have said we could link Kriya Shema at night from Teis Kavim, but we'll say it in a little bit more of a complicated wording, just to let you know a different point. And over here, the point is to let you know that kahanim are allowed to eat truma already at night, and they don't have to wait till they bring the karbanis the next day. Kidatanya, like we actually learned in a brayso, uva hashemesh v'tohar, that the sun would come down and the tar bi'ashim shemak v'asem lechem truma, till the sun goes down. The coming of the sun is what's ma'akiv them from eating truma, holds them back from eating truma. And the kapara is not ma'akiv them from eating truma, doesn't hold them back from eating truma. Once the sun went down, they're allowed to eat truma, and they don't gotta wait for the next morning. And once the ma'akiv the kabanis, then they could eat. They're permitted already to eat once the sun goes down. So the Gemara now asks, who told you that the sun coming means the sun, the Shemesh means the sun going down, that the day went away? Dilma bias erehu. Maybe it means bias eme. Who said it means the passing of the day? Maybe it means bias ere. Umay v'tahar tar gavra, it means the person would have to go and be makar his kabbanis. So Amar Rabbi Arshila, Imkain, if that's the case, that we mean the person got to go do it, Le'ma Krav, the Yitar, the pasuk should have said he has to go be Matayr himself, my Tahar. Why are you saying that it is Tahar? So it means Tahar Yema, that the day passed, Kad Amri Inshi, Erev Shimshi, the sun went down, the Atki Yema, and the day passed. The Marava, in the west, in your Eretz Yisrael, Hadir Rabbi Arshila Le'shamalahu, they didn't hear these words of Rabbi Arshila, that it should have said Vayitar instead of V'tahar. Ubayla mibayah, they weren't sure. Hayuba Hashem es b'Hashem shehu, but my V'tahar tahar yema. Oy dilma, or does it mean b'Yasayirhu? My V'tahar tahar gavra, that the person has to go be Matayir himself. V'hadar pashilimi. Brisa, they would pashit it from a Brisa, Keduktani b'Brisa, because we learned in the Brisa, similar davar Teis Kavim. It said the similar davar Teis Kavim shmamina b'Yashim shehu. Umay v'tahar tahar yema, that the day went away. Amamar mishashakana machaz lachem b'trumasan. For a minute, I'm going to ask you a steerum. When can you link your Shema at night? For when an ani starts eating his bread with salt, until when can you link Kriya Shema? This price says till when an ani finishes his meal. Seifa vade pligamas nitin. The Seifa, which says that an ani could lane Kriya Shema, and not an ani, we can only lane Kriya Shema till when an ani would finish his meal, get up from his meal. That's a very short time. That's for sure arguing on the three shittas we had in the Mishnah. We had Rabbi Eliezer said Atzei Feshmer Shana, which is a lot longer than the short period of time that it takes an ani to eat his meal, and the Chachamim and Gamliel are even longer time. So for sure, this din, the end of the brisa that says that how long you can link Kriya Shema, that's for sure arguing on the Mishnah. Now the only question is Reisha milema de pligamas nitin? Is the first part of the Mishnah, which says the time that you're permitted to lay in Kriya Shema starts from when an ani would go in to eat his bread. Is that also arguing on the Mishnah? So the Gemara says, "Loy ani v'kayin chachira, ani and a kayin are one share." For a minute, and I'm going to ask you a different question. When is a person permitted to lay in Kriya Shema at night? From when people will come in to eat bread on Erev Shabbos. When Kahanim are permitted to eat in the Truma. Similar davar, tzeisa kechavim. The simon for the time that Kahanim could go eat is tzeisa kechavim. Alf b'shein ra'ila davar. Even though we don't have an explicit proof, zeichla davar, we have a remembrance for this thing because it says, Shenemar v'anachnu eisim b'melacha v'chetzia machzikim b'ramachim me'aleis ha'shachar v'ad tzeisa kechavim. So we were doing the work, but half of them were protecting me'aleis ha'shachar v'ad. We're doing work from Eilei Shachar ad Seisikcham. V'Eimer, and it also says V'Hayalanu Halayla Mishmar V'Yei Melacha, and it also says that the night was for guarding and the day was for Melacha. V'Chi Tema. So why do we need two pesukim? Really, when the sun goes down, it's already night. And they would really start earlier, so they would already start from Alais. And they would end by Tzeis. But really, the day only starts by Nates and ends by Shkia. And when we were working, we were doing, it was day. Now the Gemara goes back to what it said in this brisa, that Rameir says that Bnei Adam Meshasha Bnei Adam Nechnas and Lechel Pitam B'Arba Shabbos is when you're permitted to lay in Kriya Shema. The Chachamim say when Kahanim Azakayin Lechel B'Termasan, similar to our Mishnah. So Gedaitach to Ani Bnei Adam Chachiru. The Gemara now is assuming that an Ani and regular people have the same share. V'Yamers Ani V'Kayin Chachiru. If you're going to tell me that an Ani and a Kayin is one share, Chachamim Hainu Rameir, would come out that there's no disagreement between Rameir and the Chacham in the Mishnah, because Rameir says Ani. Rameir says Bnei Adam. We're saying Bnei Adam we're assuming is the same as Ani. And we're saying Ani is the same as Kain. And next, the Chacham in that same Mishnah disagree, in the same brisa, disagree with Rameir that says Bnei Adam, and they hold that it's from when Kahanim could go in. Halashmamina, Ani Shir L'chud, V'Kain Shir L'chud. So you obviously see that the different reason. Zakting Gemara late. Different times. Zakting Gemara late. Ani V'Kain Chachiri. Ani and a Kayin is really one share. But Ani Bnei Adam Lav Chachiru, and Ani and Bnei Adam are not one share, they're actually separate shares. Practically Marva, Ani V'Kayin Chachiru, are you telling me that Ani and a Kayin are one share? And when can someone permitted to lay in Kriya Shema at night? Mishasha Kiddush Yem B'Arba Shabbos is Rabbi Eliezer. Eliezer says already from Shkia when people make Kiddush Friday nights. Rabbi Shua Yemim Shakahanim when Kahanim are tahar to eat the truma, like our Mishnah, when they go to immerse to eat the truma, Yehuda asked Arameir, Kahanim would eat already maybe again. From when an ani would go in to eat Pita Melech, Rab Achi, Rabbi Choy, when most people go to eat. So now the Gemara asks, V'Amris Ani V'Kain Chachiyuri, who Rab Chanina, Haini Rabbi Shua. Rabbi Chanina over here says when an Ani goes in, and Rabbi Shua said the time when an Ani goes to eat, and Rabbi Shua said the time is in Shel Shekahanim are tar to go eat the go to eat the Truma. If you tell me the same thing, then the Bryce is listing a list of Shitas, really they're the same Shita. So Zak Gemara lav Shmamina Shir Ani Lechud v'Shir Lekain Lechud, that they're separate Shir. Shmamina. Hai Minay Me'ocher. Which one is later? Mistaver the Ani Me'ocher. The Ani Mugdim Rab Chanina Haini Rab Eliezer. Rab Chanina would be like Rab Eliezer, which holds Shkias Hachama. Allah Shmamina. The Ani Me'ocher Shmamina. So we see that an Ani Shir is later. Omamar. The Gemara continues that the Mishnah, the Brisa before that we bought, said Rameir Shita is that you can permitted to lay in Kriya Shema from when Kahanim B'Tayrim, when Kahanim go in to be Tayvel to become Tahar. And Rabbi Yehuda, Amrulay Rabbi Yehuda. The Kahanim do it during the day already. Smack in the middle of the day. How can you tell me it's time to go to sleep? It's the middle of the day. So the Gemara asks, Shaper Kamrale. Rabbi Yehuda Meir. Rabbi Yehuda had a good argument to Rabbi Meir. So the Gemara answered for Rabbi Meir, Hachi Kamrale. Rabbi Meir responded back to Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda, mi savris danana ben hashmashas tidach kamina. Do you think I'm relying on your ben hashmashas? Ano ben hashmashas to Rabbi Yehuda to Rabbi Yesi kamina. I'm not going on your ben hashmashas, which you hold that ben hashmashas is the mahalach of chatzi mil. I'm going like Rabbi Yesi's ben hashmashas. What is Rabbi Yesi's ben hashmashas? The Amar Rabbi Yesi said ben hashmashas keherav ayin. It's like the blink of an eye. Zeh nichnas v'zeh yetza. This comes in and this one goes out. It's in seconds. So you're asking v'yav shalamid it's so short you can't even be aiming in it. So you're asking me, how could you tell me the time that I'm permitted to lay in Krishma when if people are toivel, and that shear is way earlier than that smack in the middle of the day. He says that's because you hold Ben Hashmashas as a while, so you got to do it before Ben Hashmashas starts. So you're asking it's smack in the middle of the day. I believe Ben Hashmashas is just a blink of an eye, so it's very possible to toivel a second before nightfall and a second later it's nightfall. So that is when you're permitted to lay Kriya Shema. That's it for Daf Beis. Bezrat Hashem, we'll be moving on to Daf Gimel tomorrow.